Hi everybody, Joey Lott here. Do you ever feel bad? I mean, of course you do, right? Because we all feel bad. And that's a secret that very few people are telling you because we've been allowed to believe that it's possible and desirable to arrive at a future state in which we only get to experience nice, pleasant, positive experiences. And we no longer have to experience any of the unwanted stuff. That's what we've been allowed to believe is the goal. And I say that that's a problem not because that might not be nice, but because what we're unwittingly doing is we're practicing and rehearsing present moment misery because we're always putting that off into the future. We're always saying, I will be fulfilled in the future when these conditions are met. I will be fulfilled in the future when I arrive at this state of only pleasantness. And because right now, this present experience does not appear to be a perfect match for that conditional future experience, then we say, well, now is not acceptable. And so we're unwittingly and often unconsciously rejecting and denying and resisting our own present experience. That is exhausting, that is miserable, that is suffering. And we unwittingly make that even worse by seeking, because we're always putting that seeking with a goal in the future. So therefore, we're rejecting, denying, and resisting our present experience, which is misery. Just feel that for a moment. Feel the amount of effort that you have to make right now in order to try to project this future attainment and to make the effort toward it, to resist the stuff that you say no to resist the things that you say are unacceptable in your experience right now, those feelings, sensations, memories, thoughts, images, all the rest of it. That effort is what keeps you miserable, because that effort is totally exhausting and it's totally unnecessary, and it creates a sense of separation and victimization that is not the truth. It's a falsity that is deeply painful, and you will continue to live with that so long as you rehearse the same old stuff. So what is the answer? Okay, well, the good news is that the answer is right now. It's accessible to everybody. You don't have to put it off into the future. And in the simplest terms, the answer is to let go. But the problem is that we've all heard that, and we don't know how on earth we let go. The truth, however, is that it is very simple, very accessible, and everybody can do it. We just overlook it time and time again, or we reject it because we say that's too simple, that couldn't be it. Or that's too uncomfortable, so that couldn't be it. But the reality is that letting go is a simple, felt, physiological release in the body of the unnecessary tension and resistance to your own experience. That does not mean you have to be a limp noodle. It does not mean you have to let go of all muscular tension. It does not mean that if you have any tension, chronic tension in your body, if you have chronically tense shoulders, that does not mean that that is the obstacle. It's a subtler, but yet still physiological tension, a resistance to your own experience. And this is something that if you tell the truth and you inquire moment to moment, over and over and over and over into that feeling, and you just feel and inquire to discover that resistance, and you let it go over and over and over, that is the answer. Not because it will give you something in the future, but because right now, presently, as you do that, you tune into and recognize the reality that you are not a victim, that you are supported by life itself, that you are one with life itself, that there is no separation. This moves from it being an idea of something that you're going to attain in the future so that you can avoid the unwanted experience now into something radically different and radically truthful and radically liberating, which is the direct recognition of the reality of non-separation, the direct recognition of non-victimization, of empowerment, not your power, not objective power, not you having power over objects, but a deep wellspring of power, the very source of power, the flow of life, And this is accessible right now, only right now. So the honest truth is that it's a choice that you have to make over and over and over and over. Always now, always now, always now. And that's something that a lot of people don't like. But that objection only exists on the level of thought. And if you simply are willing to inquire right now and to actually let go right now, then you discover every time that all of those objections are totally meaningless, and this flow of life, this joy, this connection, this awe-inspiring aliveness is always immediately available to everybody. That's a miracle, and that's amazing. And I want you to recognize that. So how do you do that? Again, moment to moment, inquiry and tell the truth. Over and over and over. And you can absolutely do that on your own, but most people won't. That's the truth of it. Most people won't. Through no fault of their own. It's really hard to do on your own. It's much easier, not to say it's always easy, but it's much easier with the support of a trustworthy mentor, which is why I offer mentorship programs. And as usual, if you're interested in learning more about those, I'll provide a link with this video so that you can learn more. All right, bye for now. Take care.